Looks like white is active enough now. Will gobble up pawns by himself. And the black king is so passive. Can't see Magnus winning this. Tremendous defense by Caruana so far. H5, important move, saving the pawn, also stopping king g4.
Yeah, still there is some intrigue and the players are getting low on the clock. We have seen with little time on the clock, anything can happen if there are some unbalances. You see knight g5, exactly.
6. Caruana keeps playing well, but he's down to 6 seconds. And questions can still be asked.
And will be asked.
C2 plate. Knight f5, knight e6. Is this a draw? Hang on. Ah, yeah, it's just forcing the issue because king e7 you can't do. So you gotta go here. And the rook ending should be a draw, rook c3.
But still not over
E4.
yet.
Oh, what is this? Rook c8. He doesn't take. He's trying to keep the knight trapped. g4, no? Oh, king e3 mistake. Rook h8 now. And Fabi did collapse on the last steps. And Magnus Carlsen wins this game.
Wow, and g4, rook h8, g5 would have been the saving trick.
In the 17th round of the World Blitz Championship, Magnus Carlsen won the game against Fabiano Caruana with a very clever idea in the endgame. The position was equal after 31 moves. This was a position Magnus has just played rook b3. Black has some pressure. Fabi is under a little bit of pressure, but he defends. Rook c1. Now the knight comes in. Fabi also brings his knight to d2. And rook b2, attacking the knight. Knight c4, attacking the rook. Rook a2. So the problem for white is the c3 pawn is weak and so is the e4 pawn. Knight c5 will attack e4. Ideas of rook a4 also in the air. Rook e2 can always be met with king f3. But yeah, there is pressure. So Caruana went for counterplay with rook d1. He wants to go in with his rook. Carlsen went knight c5, attacking e4. And Caruana played rook d2, pushing away the rook. Rook a4. And now Caruana went for his play on the king side. The pawn falls, knight e4, but then rook d7. The idea is his counterplay comes from knight f5. And the pawns are hanging. So Carlsen went for rook a2, king f3, inviting knight f2, after which knight f5 comes. You can't defend the g pawn. Yeah, so the pawns are falling there. So Caruana is doing fine here so far. Knight takes h3. At the moment, it's 3 pawns down for Caruana, but 2 of them are up for grabs right here. One with a check, rook takes, king moves, and then rook c7. It's an equal position. A rook and knight with an extra pawn for black, but the king is so passive. So this should be holdable easily. And this is where Caruana took a lot of time. After Carlsen's h5, Caruana burned all of his time and went down to 9 seconds. If you see here, he had 26 seconds. To play king e3, he took a lot of time, 17 seconds. And now he is on 9 seconds. And here Carlsen smelled his chance and he took this home. Knight g5 by Carlsen. Caruana plays knight d6. Rook c2, just waiting moves. Knight e6, attacking the rook. Rook attacks the knight. And here king f7. And here something interesting happens. Knight h6 check by Caruana. There was also knight d6 check for him. But he goes knight h6. And here Carlsen went for king g6. A very tricky move. He is seemingly offering an exchange of knights. When you see the game and if you're playing against Magnus Carlsen, you would think rook takes knight, he's going to take. And then rook takes f6, it's equal, it's a draw. And your defenses would be down. But Carlsen had a different plan. After rook takes knight, Carlsen did not take on h6. This is what makes the world champion so tricky to play against. He plays rook takes check and brings his rook back. What's the difference? The difference is the f6 pawn is never falling in this line. The rook is going to come and pick up the knight. If king takes it, the f6 pawn falls and it's a draw. Just one pawn up. But if rook can come and take it, then it's 2 pawns up for black. That 2 connected pawns. One of them passed. So here Caruana with just 9 seconds on his clock was in trouble. He was confused. He didn't play the right move. He played king e3, and after rook h8, he resigned because it's gonna be 2 pawns down in a rook game, connected pawns that too. So what was the correct defense for Caruana after rook c8? How can you save this knight or make a position that is drawish? The correct move was g4. The point being, now knight f5 is a threat. You'll be a piece down. So you have to take. You can go for pawn takes pawn, and then you'll get back the piece. But here white would just do rook into f6. And after king into g4, it is a draw. So this was the way for white to draw it. So g4, if pawn takes, just knight into g4, and if king f5, rook into f6. And also after g4, if black takes on h6, then yeah, this is also a draw. Rook f6, and after king moves, let's say g5, we have rook f5, and if king takes, we take on e5. Also a draw. So g4 was a saving grace for Fabiano Caruana, but he didn't find it. He was about to play it. If you saw the video at the beginning, you would have seen he was about to play g4, but something stopped him, and he played king e3, panicking in time trouble. And after rook h8, he had no other option but to resign.